This is unfortunately a little bit closer than I'd like to be able to get down front. Now it's a big field. Like this is probably, it's not big. Keep in mind we're small, but this one's probably almost 3 acres that we fenced. So as you can see there, it's woody, but it's an adventure for them. They really like it. So the goats, there's a couple clearings in here that they can chill out in. We make paths here, you can see. And so it's something new. So we basically, this is how we do all of our fields. We fence in the next expansion, we call it, this one was this year. And here we just kind of leave it for a year. So, we'll periodically maybe go in and cut a few things if it seems to be in the way of an animal. So as the cow gets bigger, or the horse gets bigger, or Morgan gets fatter, we will just make sure it's an easier walking path if they want to walk the line. But we won't be cutting in here drastically, of course, until next year. So the reason for that is that we want to make sure that we learn the land. So is it going to flood? Where are the wet spots? What is the snow load like? Is it going to be detrimental to the fences? Things like that, because sometimes those things you don't think of, and it can really change what you're going to use the field for. So now if this is relatively dry, so it's kind of exciting in that way. And then we select trees out to go, which is usually the pine or evergreen types. Except for clusters for shade, because there's no point cut shade out if you then need to put it back in. So this is basically a new playground for them for the year, and then we'll start to work on it probably in the winter time, coming in and doing our select cuts and whatnot. So yeah, it never ends. This year, even though we're considered in the city for tax purposes, which is annoying because it makes everything more expensive and painful. But you may wonder, like, why do you feel like you need 2 livestock guardian dogs? And this is why. Even with these 2, because we're in such a wooded area, and then of course you have the livestock, it draws predators, and it's an ongoing battle. And I don't want to kill things. I don't even want to kill like our livestock that would give us more money, and we'd advance a little bit faster. I can't even do that. But I don't want to kill bears. I don't want to kill bobcats or raccoons as much, as the little trash pandas are very destructive. Even rats. You can coexist. But once you start doing bad things, obviously we need to take a different approach. So my approach currently is a non-lethal approach. So that's the purpose of the livestock guardian dogs. And if you want to learn more about the wonderful attributes of livestock guardian dogs, specifically the Maremma, because that's what we raise here, comment below, and I'm more than happy to share. I'm so amazed with them and so proud of them, and just I think they're so exceptional as a dog. And I think working dogs tend to have a little bit of a darker thought in the general public for some crazy reason that I'm not even gonna guess at. But it's magical. It's absolutely magical to see a dog who's been bred for thousands of years do what they've been bred to do and love to do. It gives me goosebumps. Like, I have goosebumps right now. So if you want to see that, comment below, and we'll do another video on the livestock guardian specific. But this is why I have 2, is because not only because we have the predator load, but because Cujo on her own could back down a bear for sure, but she cannot on her own take on a pack of coyotes. And the coyotes are very close here, and they do try our fences quite frequently and whatnot. I have trail cams, so I do see them, and their cute little faces. Now, with one, she will back down if the livestock are not at a threat at that given time, because she knows she can't win against a full pack. Now, 2 livestock guardian dogs can win against a pack of coyotes. So that's why we have 2. If this fence testing situation continues, when we expand probably another 1 or 2 fields back farther into the wilderness here, we may actually look at adding a third, or boy, who knows? But we may end up actually looking at a third just to take on that in the instance that they feel the need. Because the thing with livestock guardian dogs is, if their livestock or charges are not at an immediate threat, and they know that they will not win that fight, they will back down and try to just kind of reinforce a perimeter, but not aggressively. So just a warning. But if their charges are at risk, they will fight. Even knowing that they will lose, they will fight. And they will lose their lives for their charges, and that's not ever something we want. That's why if your livestock guardian dogs, if you have one, all of a sudden goes crazy, you know, you should always go out to support them if needed, because, you know, if your charges are at risk, they will engage. Win or lose, they will engage. So that's why we have 2. As you can see, we're needed. So these fence challenge was yesterday because everyone was back here yesterday and nobody was out. The livestock guardians were out. So yeah, it's just a wonderful thing to have them. And luckily, the kind of animals told me, hey, I exploited a weakness in your fence. Have a great non-vacation day. You're doing fencing for the rest of the day. Thanks, guys. But this is also why we have trackers on our dogs. I think everyone should have trackers on their dogs. It's just the most amazing thing. Even with your subscriptions, it's worth the peace of mind. So had the animals not discovered this weakness and the dogs went out and they would have 100%, because they would have smelled the traitor that got into their territory, they would have found it and they would have exploited it, because livestock guardian dogs can do thousands and thousands of acres on their own, and they will expand their territory. So that's actually also why we have those trackers on, and I do my best to make sure that they're always charged. So yeah, that is my vacation day for the day. Is going to be fencing, and then later on I'm going to have to try to lure everybody out in the open and down the path into the field without letting the other animals out. So always an adventure. All right. Bye, guys. I hope you enjoyed this daily surprise that happens more often than not, that our fences get challenged. And I have to pivot from my list of tasks I hope to complete today to once again do fencing. All right. Take care, guys. Bye.